Hello Simon, how are you? This is just a test, very informal. Hello Douglas, how are you? I'm just asking a favour of anybody that turns up. I am altering, or have altered, my setup for live streams and indeed my videos, and I've added my camcorder, which I previously didn't have. Hi T, hi Steve, hi Steve Robbins and Steve Jeremiah, hi. Simon Kniadowski says he's a test engineer, so he's in the right place. Okay, I'll wait for a few more of you guys to come up. Possibly you may arrive and chat. This isn't a turning video, as the title hopefully lets you know. It's a test because I've altered my setup a little bit in here, and I just wanted to make sure that it's okay for my next live stream, whenever that may be. Hopefully sometime next week. I might be doing one midweek actually. Stuart Hayes, good afternoon, how are you? I'm going to get slated, I think, for having too many of these unscheduled live streams, but if I can explain the situation to you. Hiya Steve, I'll give it 5 minutes. I'm absolutely amazed that people just turn up ad hoc like this. 33 viewers and I haven't even, there's no subject as such. But the only way that I know this is going to work properly is to actually ask you guys what it's like for you to see and you to hear. If you're not aware of the situation, I use OBS like a lot of other live streamers do, and you can record something and have a look at it to see how it sounds, etc. But that doesn't necessarily convey how it's going to be to somebody actually watching a live stream, and that is why it's important. Okay, so far that's good. My main concern initially was that let me explain, start from the beginning. When I started live streaming, I used my single C920 Logitech, and then very soon became hooked on the idea of live streaming. So I invested over a period of time in 3 more. So I have 4 cameras, 4 webcams, all the C920s, and they work fine. The problem was I had a redundant camcorder. I got a Panasonic VX980, which I've used for a couple of years now for doing my ordinary videos, but I couldn't use it on my live streams, and I couldn't connect it to OBS because the file formats are different, and I would have had to, as I have done yesterday, invested in a Camlink. And what the Camlink does essentially, it converts via HDMI, so you can use that camera in OBS. Oh, hang on. Ugh. Sorry about that, my mic's fallen off. So essentially, but I was having a problem with lip sync, or as I thought. So I recorded some footage and it seemed okay. But the reason for today is to ask you, when I'm talking now, I know there's a delay obviously in live streams, but as I'm talking to you now, are the words synced with my mouth for you to see? This is the new addition. This is the camcorder, and then this is the way that I've always done live streams, via this particular webcam. So basically what I'm asking you is it lip synced here, which I think it is, but more importantly, is it lip synced here? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's excellent. Thank you. Everybody's saying it's synced okay, which is brilliant. The whole idea of me investing in this Camlink is that the video, I don't want to get too boring, but the zoom capabilities, if you like, of the zoom capabilities of the Logitechs are limited. The camcorder is brilliant at that sort of thing, so it means that I can, on the fly during live streams, I can easily get various angles, and if I want to come in close on something, then I can do that with a video cam. So my current setup is, as I say, this is the one I normally use, which is what I call my face cam. Then I've got the overhead cam, which you're all aware of for overhead shots. That's the tail cam, which obviously I can move up and down or whatever for getting an end-on shot. That's a shot that I can have on the sharpening system or whatever. I can move that around at that end of the workshop. And then this again is the camcorder, which I haven't got fixed on any arms or anything. It's on a tripod, it's totally flexible, and I can set that up for whatever live I'm doing, and in fact I can use it on my videos as well. So that was basically the reason to ask you that, mostly that this view, which is coming from the camcorder, everything is synced up okay. So it seems to be okay, which is good. Thank you. It took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours, to do a bit of tweaking. It wasn't just plug and play, but it's worked out pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with it. Hi Leona. Hello Chris. Oh, that's good. Thank you all very much indeed. I'm not going to be staying on long today because, as I say, this is just a test. A bit conceited of me to expect people to turn up just to listen to me harp on and ask some questions, but yeah, it's nice to know my how can I put, my regular people come along and have a look and help me out, which is great. Florida Bearded Fisherman says that the setup makes me look 10 years younger. Well, that can't be too bad, can it? Actually, I had a good night's sleep last night. I've had 10 days on with 10 days work, all early mornings, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. And today's the first day I've got off. I've got a lot of work to do at home, but I'm hoping to get in the workshop and do a live. I was, no beanie hat, no, but I can, it's not that cold actually. Here we are. I'll put my Hampshire Sheen, is that straight? Yeah, that'll do. My Hampshire Sheen beanie hat on, just to keep everybody happy. Frederick Day. Can I have a shout out for my granddad John Smith, please? Yes, Kieran, you can. Granddad John Smith, how are you? Very nice to meet you. I'm sure you've got far better things to do. Thank you, Simon, for saying that. That's brilliant. I've just given you, Kieran, I've just given you Grandad John Smith a shout out. Is John a wood turner? Hi Seth, thanks for popping in, mate. There's nothing much to see here anyway, as they say. Nothing to see here, move on. But thanks for popping in, mate, I appreciate it. I'm glad. I'm really pleased everything's working. This is all working well now. I think five cameras is enough. I think. I just got a table saw. My workshop is well. Oh, great stuff. Sorby sharpening system. Yeah, you won't go far wrong with that. It's a little beastie. It really is. I was thinking another thing as well. I've been asked a lot of questions to do a shop tour. Well, you know, I've done a couple on video. There's not a lot to see really, but because it's all sort of around the edges, it's not a brilliant workshop in that respect. But if enough people are interested, I was thinking of doing a live workshop tour, and then I can answer any questions. And also, believe it or not, a lot of people have asked me about the setup for live streaming, because they want to have a dabble in live streaming or whatever. So I was thinking of doing a live sometime in the week, maybe next weekend. It all depends how things pan out. On that very thing, like a quick shop tour, any questions arising from that, and possibly a quick whip round on the system and the setup that I've got for doing live streaming, and indeed my videos, and any questions that arise from that. So what do you guys think about that as the next live stream? Be interesting to know what you think. Simon says 5 cameras is enough, but you can never have too many clamps. No, you're right there. That is brilliant, Kieran. All I can say is I haven't got a robust lathe, but last week, look at that little chappy. That's the robust comfort rest. I have got a couple of them because Axminster Tools here in the UK are now stocking them. They're out of stock of a few of them, so in the near future I'll be doing a full review of them, and they are superb bits of kit. I've always thought of them as being the Rolls-Royce of tool rests, and I'll tell you, they are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. However, that's for another time. So if I was very interested in your workshop layout, might give me some ideas. Well, Frederick, funny enough, my workshop layout is something, but it's always evolving. It's always in a state of fluidity. What happens is my wife obviously insists on putting a car in. So everything is around the outside. It's by far not ideal. I think the thing which might be of interest to the newer turners who are setting up a workshop, whether it be a shed, a garage, it doesn't matter. It's what I've learned over the years, what I would do if I had the knowledge then, what I would have done. And there are a few things that I haven't done specifically which I should have done, like dust extraction. I could have put a big dust collector in the lean-to next door and piped everything through, but I would have lost quite a bit of wall space, and I didn't find, so I've added over the years bits and pieces. It's not ideal, it's very effective now, but there are cheaper solutions to the way I've gone. It's just been a case of when the cash has become available, I've invested in something, and it's sort of add on. Not necessarily the ideal scenario, but it's okay for me. And I don't think it matters how big. I mean, if Stephen's 8x6 workshop. Anybody having any doubts about setting up in a small space, Stephen's he doesn't unfortunately upload anymore. He's from the UK and he's got a workshop inside an 8x6 shed, and I tell you, it is phenomenal what he's got in there. And the organisation and layout is absolutely superb. So if ever you're thinking of getting some ideas, go and watch some of Stephen's videos, because they are really incredible. I moved my extractor and air compressor outside. Huge difference in noise levels, a not small room now. Yeah, the only you would do, I quite agree. Everything I've got is all within this. I can never remember what it is now. Yeah, it's a double garage. Mine is 20 foot by 15 foot. But as I say, there's a massive chunk in the middle which is unusable space floor-wise, because I have to leave room for my wife's car. Kieran Smith, I got my Robus for my 15th birthday yesterday. My word, that is an incredible present. Oh, Rob, peace. Rob, how are you, mate? I'm sorry I don't think I made your last one for very long. So I've been working. I couldn't even make Ed's this morning, Ed Oliver's, and when I actually got to the end of it, it froze anyway, so... But I've got about just over a week now to hopefully get involved again. I mean, today, for example, I was very kindly asked by Jamie to do an hour's demonstration today for an event that goes on monthly, and I couldn't commit to it because I was actually working, and I was working this morning, but I finished now for a few days, but I couldn't guarantee what time I'd finish and get back and set up and do a demo, so I had to decline yet again, but hopefully in the coming months I'll be able to do it. My old shed was 8x6, yeah, new one is 12x6, I still... No, Leona, I don't think you ever get enough room, to be honest with you. There's always need in your head for new things. I'm forever changing this. Good God, good morning, Carl Jacobson, Esquire. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. Just doing a bit of a test and having a chat to the guys. I cannot believe that There's 58 people on here, just as I keep saying. Rubber-dub, how are you? Oh, I'm glad, Mike, I'm glad you've put your name to retired of in Ilminster. Stuart, how are you? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Hello, Stuart. Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, as I say, the big problem was that my camcorder was basically redundant for live streams. I could use it on doing edited videos, but I had to change it around. Couldn't get it through OBS, but the Camlink has done it really is good. I'm very impressed with it. So basically, that's it, guys. Good afternoon, Neil Gould. How are you? I am really humbled that there are 60 people there. Oh dear. Yeah, the thing, yes, that's the big thing, Stuart, is the Zoom facility. I'm going to, I think I can download some software which would enable me to use my mobile phone via Bluetooth to zoom in and out without having to sort of stretch to the camcorder, because I want that one's got to be what I call my floating camera, if you like. But I spent about an hour and a half getting it set up. And as I say, the main reason for this test was I was getting what I thought was a lip sync problem on the camcorder, which is really annoying. But as it happens, I've managed to sort it out with my limited technical knowledge. Maggie, hello, how are you? Well, I really, honestly, I'm overwhelmed, and if I've missed anybody, which I'm sure I have, I'd like to afford a very, very good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you are in the world, for turning up. Nick Castle, hi mate. Not a lot occurring. Just a test, just asking for feedback. Tommy's Workshop, hello there. I'm just trying to get back to everybody that I didn't say hello to. I think I said hello to Steve Robbins. Well, hello to you, Steve, if I missed. Steve Scott, Frederick Day, I think I've said hello, but you deserve another hello, I think. And I think that covers everybody. Going back through the chat. Stuart Hayes, I think I said hello to you, and definitely I said hello to Miss T. Okay, that's good. We'll go back. Get back to the current chat situation. Oh, Steve, how are you? Steve Tudell, Temple Boy Turnings. Sitting in a car park watching you, so I must have a terrible, boring life. You must do indeed, Steve. I hope you're keeping well, mate. Beartown Woodworking, hi. Looks good, Mike. Oh, that's okay. Thanks, Mike. Retired Ilminster. That's good. Everybody seems to think everything's okay. This is the chappie that obviously is the one I've added, this particular camera here. And what it was, I was actually, and this is something I could possibly go through as well on the live that I'm possibly will be doing now, because most people say, yeah, it'd be a good idea. A quick shop tour and the setup. And some of the problems that I found and the solutions that I found, either asking other people who had done live streams longer than I had, trolling the internet, going through YouTube videos, and trial and error, basically. I don't think it's like with anything else. I don't think you ever get the perfect setup, but something which is acceptable is what is necessary. Because after all said and done, you can do a live on your phone. If you've got a stand for your phone, you can do a live on your phone. And what I will suggest, and this is not sort of an official video about it, but what I would suggest is try it out even with a few friends to begin with, and just see how you feel with the situation, because that's what I did. I mean, my first live stream ever, which I've kept on my channel because I find it really funny, I must have been about 2 or 3 minutes just of my either my left or my right elbow and forearm, because I didn't know I was live. And in actual fact, I made a faux pas a couple of days ago. I was recording, trying to test everything, and I inadvertently hit the stream button for 19 seconds. but I took that down obviously because that appeared on YouTube and I was getting emails from comments and I thought, what's going on? I haven't put a video up for nearly a fortnight, and I went live without realising it. Chuck Coburn, how are you? How did I fix the sync issue? As I say, I'll go with that in more detail, but what happened was, when I was looking at the camcorder screen, everything obviously was in sync, and then when I was looking through OBS, I was looking on the picture that I was getting on my monitor. There was a delay. It was only fractional, but there was a delay. And I thought, this is really bad. And I didn't even think at the time to record something to see if it happened. Well, anyway, I did various things. I tried to slow up the sound through OBS and sort of, try and get it all together. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I'll record something. And after doing a lot of messing and tinkering, wasting about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, I recorded something on the 4 cameras, on the 4 webcams and on the camcorder. And it was all talking and everything seemed synced. So I thought the only way to double check that is to actually just go live and see if, like on this one, everything is synced, hopefully. And as I say, on the camcorder one, everything is synced as well, which it seems to be. So I didn't actually do anything to fix it. It didn't need fixing, but it looked as if it did. It's a bit like when you've got a live screen up on YouTube and you've got OBS, there's that delay. I just get rid of that picture completely on YouTube while I'm doing a live, because it's maybe 8, 10, 15 seconds behind. This is the Rob CP Appreciation Society, by the way. It's a video I haven't watched yet, but I will be. I could make the live. Rob does some great videos, and if you don't mind a bit of swearing here and there, then he's the guy to go and watch. Yeah, you're right there. Benjamin just says, yeah, in 20 years time we'll be all say, back in the day we didn't have the streams in sync. I think in the future it will be literally synced as well. I don't think there'd be much lag. Yeah, thanks very much, Stuart. Thanks for popping in, mate. You take care. Hello Ian, in the shed, how are you? This is the Rob CP. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. Very good, Rubber-dub. Oh dear. Okay, Chuck, that's fine, mate. No problem. I'll tell you, I always feel a little bit strange, sort of saying, well, I'll do this and I'll give you, all I'm trying to do, if I do this live now on the workshop tour and well, it's not a tour, a quick glance around the workshop, the garage, and the setup and what I use, etc. There are loads of options for live streaming. I went down a certain route. There are other routes available. I think Mark, the Gentleman Turner, uses a different system to me, as does Twisted Trees, Pete Ravenscroft. And indeed, I think Stuart Farini, who does really nice, crisp live streams, doesn't use the Stream Deck that I use. He uses some software via his tablet or phone or something. So there are many ways of doing it. No sync is fine if you are used to Chinese martial arts movies. Yeah, you're right there, Steve. Yeah, I always remember years ago, I was about 13, 14, and I got in to see a film that it was an X-rated film, but I managed to get in to watch it in what we call the old flea pits, the old cinemas down the docks in Cardiff. And there was a scene where there was somebody with a gun, right? Okay, and it was sort of in pirate times, if you like. And you can see this silhouette of this guy. He's got his flintlock pointed at this fella, and the fella starts to fall backwards. Then you hear a bang. Then you see the smoke coming out of the gun, and it always stuck with me. that the sync was out by a second or more, you know, which is a lot. Show me your wood collection so I can. I'm not showing you anything, Steve. Yeah. That's a good idea, Rob. Yeah. That's all right. Just a basic. Is your name? How are you? There's nothing much going on, mate. It's just a chat and a test, basically. And I've been told everything is fine, which is good. I keep going to this camcorder thing. I think certainly on my screen, again, another question just out of interest, on the live side of things, is the quality of this, which is the camcorder, better than this? Is it crisper? It appears to be, but I don't know if it is. So if somebody could answer me that, I'd appreciate it. Hello, Bill. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Pretty similar. Lighting looks a little bit. Yeah, yes, I'd agree with you there. That the lighting is slightly different. The webcam is better. Oh right, okay. That's fine. That pleases me. That's the camcorder. The lighting here is set up for the webcams, and I'm not going to chop and change it just for this, but I can change the white balance, etc. But the clarity is about the same, which is what I'm interested in, which is good. Yeah, yes, Steve Scott. The exposure will be slightly different because I've always done manual exposure on all my cameras, and the exposure is set on my Logitechs on the on the webcams, not on the on this camera here on the on the camcorder. But that, you know, I would sort that out. It looks a bit darker on this one, is basically. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you, Simon. The webcam is a bit warmer, but it's quite funny actually. When I do this, how I do things, people are going to laugh because I really, as usual, it's all very Heath Robinson. I was talking to Martin Saban-Smith a couple of days ago because he's got a really good setup as well, and on about lighting, and because of my bald head here, you can see it shines, doesn't it? Obviously, if I've got a cap on, it's fine, but this is where I stand normally when I'm doing my lives. And I thought, I don't know, because I've got a fluorescent tube above, and above the lathe, and for doing videos, etc., edited videos, it's fine. But when you're doing a live, the webcams haven't got that depth of manual adjustment that the camcorder has. So I ended up building a very rough framework, putting a shower curtain across it, and that wasn't enough. So then I had two spare floor mats, you know, the what they call it, the rubber floor mats you put behind the lathe. I had two pieces of that, so I stapled that up there, and that's what I've got up there now. That's why if I walk out of this way, then it starts getting shiny again. But it's really weird, and I'll do this properly, but I never get round to it because it works. There's no point. You're still an ugly ass. You sure? Oh, Steve, I'm absolutely devastated. I'm devastated by that. Yeah, well, don't forget, Leona, Steve's a hell of a lot younger than me, although you wouldn't believe it to see him. Rob CP has said he's addressed the problem. He doesn't show his face in his lives. Yeah, frighten small pets and small children, I know. The next live I'm hoping will be sometime in the next week. I can't say exactly when because I've got a lot on the time I've got off. So yeah, but I'll try and give a day's notice anyway. But the next live will definitely be a quick garage tour. Workshop's a bit of a highfalutin name for it. And the setup I use for videos and live streaming, just to give people an idea what you can get away with. I'll ignore that comment, Ben. I have a 600mm 600 LED in my box room rather than a single flame. Great for old eyes. Yeah, I'm sure they are, Simon. The big problem is that with if it's too bright, your white balance, it plays havoc. And bear in mind, I've been using webcams for live, and in actual fact I was using the webcam setup for my edited videos as well, because the quality isn't near enough, is good enough, but lighting has been a problem in here. Well, it's not a problem, it's just too bright for the cameras. Well, basically it's too bright for my bald head, that's what it is. If I wore a cap all the time, like Mr. Saban Smith, then I wouldn't have that problem. You see, I could stand out here and everything's fine, you know. Frederick Day, none of you are as old as me. Well, we'll beg to... All I can say is I'm 69 next month, yeah? I'm still waiting for a beautiful tune to come out of the whistle. Michael, I'll have to go back to Messenger before I answer anything, my friend. Yeah, I agree, Simon. You need exactly the same white balance. The problem, I'm sure I could overcome it, but I like to invest in tech as opposed to lighting, and so I will make do with what I've got and diffuse it as necessary. But I found I have never had a problem with my camcorder, Simon, because it has such a vast array of settings that you can delicately change to the light source necessary. But the webcams are very restricted in what they can do. But ideally, if I had the money, I'd have 5 camcorders on the go. But no, I mean, it is what it is, you know. I'm not a professional, but I like to get it as good as I possibly can within the limits of what I'm able to invest in it. Yeah, take care, Pete. Thanks for popping in, mate. I didn't see you come in. Hello and goodbye. Take care. I haven't got new lighting, Mike, unfortunately. It's just me aging naturally. It's not the lighting doing anything. Oh, dear. Right, guys. I think I will bid you farewell. And thank you very much indeed for your input. I appreciate it. I've now got to sort all the wiring out and possibly tidy up. I'll show you one thing before I go. I've showed it to people before, so I won't bother. You would be amazed when I've got my cameras on. You really would do. Anyway, okay, thanks very much indeed for popping in, everybody. I really do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully within the next week on a live stream on Worktop Shore and a worktop tour. Worktop start again. A workshop tour and setup of cameras and any questions. See you then. You take care. Cheers now.